That's what we want. 5 control. Here comes the fun part that we did last time. All right. Yeah, great. Uh, gotta go here. Ignore that. That's just timer. Uh, this. We want to click this. It'll be fun. Hold on. This. Okay. This is what we want. Go. No, that's not what I meant to click. The. Okay. Go like this. Go left side. Then we go over here. And no, this is supposed to say. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. No. Perfect. Eh, there we go. Little more, maybe. Just there. Okay. Finally. Now that that's done, we gotta check it. Hold on. Now, that thumbnail doesn't look bad. Yep, that's what I figured. Okay. Okay. Whatever. If someone shows up, someone shows up. Um, gosh, this will be fun. Very, very fun. With it lagging. Yeah. Okay. That for later. Because the chance for paper and all that stuff. What is in my inventory? A lot of stuff. Where did I get in these? Oh, I know where. Uh, got stuff in there. Okay, that's pretty solid. And a lot in there. Wow, that didn't take long for the yawn to start. I got that off of a witch. I forgot about that. I need to set up everything, really, just everything. Do I have sticks? No, but I can get a bucket, which is probably a good idea. Okay, this will be fun. I need to find a spot for the villagers. Do we have cobblestone? No, I don't think I do. But that's fine because we have an iron ingot, which iron shovel. What? One of the things we need. Okay. So the plan is to make. I almost said underground trading hall, but done that before, and that was just a pain. So no, we aren't going to be doing that. What we will be doing is, we have no wood. That is a problem. Okay, whatever. I'll figure something out. I think I'm going to mine this out. Just have a level spot to build. To be perfectly honest, I have no idea how this is gonna look. I think I might. Oh, that was close. You 4 just to make it run smooth. Yep. Done. Okay. We're almost half durability on my shovel. I don't remember the key behind. Oh yeah, I do. It was H, wasn't it? H. Nope. Alright. Never mind. I thought H was advanced tooltips, I believe. And I guess I was wrong. I don't remember. My keybinds, I'd say half of them don't make sense. Mainly because I don't understand half of them, but all good. All good. I remember the thumbnail. Showed a blank space there. I was like, that was where my back was. So that's probably where we're gonna build everything. Is behind the boat. That way. Okay. We need wood quite desperately. Didn't I swear I got that. Yeah, this stack, so I can stick that in there. And then I can stick those in there. So I can get all the dirt. So I can expand the island. Okay. Thank you. Well, yep. Don't understand it. How is it lagging? I don't know. Got very low render distance. So, in my opinion, it shouldn't be lagging. But here we are. lagged. Not quite city, but it's not pleasant. I'll just say that. I just realized that my island is not lit up. That's a bit of a cause for concern, and I can sleep. Wonderful. Alright, a lot of, well, not a lot. Probably not, but yeah. Yep. Okay. I don't know how big I'm making the platform, the island, excuse me, but it's gonna be, gotta be relatively big if I wanna be able to do a good build. I also kind of like it to look a little natural. Something like that, maybe? Don't know. Yeah, this side for the most part. We can put it there. I feel like we should expand on this. Yeah, definitely. Good. And still getting used to using a mouse than always a trackpad, which makes some things hard, obviously. See, what's irritating about this, how old this computer, I don't know if it being old is the main thing that's wrong with it, but that's what I'm blaming everything about it on. So anyway, I've played a hardcore world on this computer before, and I just casually was building, and I went in the water like this, and it lagged and froze. And then, like, I don't know, like a 20 seconds or a minute, something like that, later, it unfreezes, and I'm dead because I drowned. Because the game froze, and I couldn't do anything. Very irritating. Reminds me, I need saplings. Beautiful. Bone meal or bones. That would make this infinitely easier to take care of. If it's gonna be anything, it's gonna be in there. Wow, that was loud. Have none of this is particularly useful, if I'm honest. Ah, wood. Lovely. I'm going to place poker, which is probably a bad the bundle back. I think I need the bundle. Okay. Beautiful. So we have iron, we need to smelt in here. Don't think we have coal. And we're going to be using painting logs. Make a double chest. So I have storage. Messy storage. But okay. Okay. Plant sugar. Wrong way. Alright. This bundle, that is very loud. Bundle inside a bundle. We got iron there. We're gonna actually that. We got a lot of leather. Apologize for how loud that was. What else? Huh. Interesting. So let's do one coal. That. The rest dedicated to. Oh, I do need. Oh, I thought I had more than that. Oh yeah. So, start aim line at really close to the surface. Nice. I think about there. I don't really need anything but cobblestone right now. That's a good point. I should keep going. Just because I don't want go into the ocean. So this should be good. The stone pick. No torches. Didn't I have torches in my bundles that I then put in my chest? Oh, there they are. Knew it. I knew it. We're gonna stick it on the dirt because that's what I was afraid of. Okay. No. That's where we can't go. Oh, I guess I should talk about something practical, such as my upload schedule. Do I want granite? Yeah, we'll take some. So my upload schedule. I'm gonna try and stick to streaming for the foreseeable future. So streaming every Thursday or Friday. And then that's probably gonna be it. I bought some Lego pieces recently, and so I'm waiting for those to come, and then I'll do a video about that. Now, armor's probably a good idea, but we're gonna do a pickaxe. No, I'm not gonna. I thought about being like, I'll do the no armor hardcore challenge. I am not that skilled. Like, not. Anyway, so yeah, that's the practical thing. More fun topic. I don't know if anyone's watching. I should check. I'll check. I'll check. Let's see. Hey, I got a view. Okay, so either somebody's watching or someone clicked on it briefly. Either way, if we end up talking to myself, then so be it. Spider-Man Brand New Day was a great movie. Hold on. Sorry. Just that sibling text thread. Where was I? Brand New Day. But that was a really good movie. Very interesting that they added Punisher and Jean Grey. Because so Jean Grey is obviously from X-Men. Most people know that. Some people don't, which is fine. But it was interesting that she was put in that movie. Just really didn't expect that. It makes sense, but again, didn't expect that. Punisher, also didn't expect that. Not sure if that one makes sense. The reason I say Jean Grey made sense was because of how they were talking about the bad guy hopping into mines, blah blah blah. Like, Jean Grey could do that. She has telepathy and was it telekinesis? I think so. Hold on. Anyway, and so that made some sense because I mean, the only other person that I can think of who's already a Marvel character who could do that is Professor Xavier, but they're not. No, they wouldn't do that because then he'd have to be either really young or yeah, got to be really young. Even then, he wasn't really a bad guy ever that I'm aware of. I don't know that much about him or X-Men, to be honest. I never saw all the movies or did any of the shows or comics or whatever. So my knowledge on the X-Men lore is not a lot. So, anyway. So the only other person I feel like it could have been, why did I do that? said Xavier because he's the only other one I'm aware of in Marvel Universe. There's probably a lot more. Uh, is, like I said, the only other like telepath, mind control person is that I can think of with my limited knowledge is Xavier. Which now see that lag? I could have died there because of it lagging and freezing. Anyway, which begs the question, since I don't know that much about Marvel, I know a bit. I can pass on some things, but not a lot. Anyway, which begs the question, what exactly is Doctor Doom's abilities? Because it's obviously going to be in Doomsday, but, like, they don't really specify, I feel like, his abilities. Sorry. So, if anyone watching knows the answer to what are his powers, I'd love to know. Because, like, he stops Stormbreaker, okay? What did Thor call it in Infinity War? It was like the God's Lair or something like that. But Doctor Doom just, casually stops it with 2 fingers. Like, didn't know that was possible. Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet and all of the stones couldn't stop Stormbreaker. And Rose just out here stopping it with 2 fingers. So, there's something I'm missing? Is Doom more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet? Because if so, that I wouldn't have expected. Why did I just shift click iron pickaxes? Whatever. So yeah, how is he able to stop it with just 2 fingers? And Thanos with the full Infinity Gauntlet is like no chance. Makes no sense to me. People who know the lore, it probably makes sense, but to me, I don't get it. Like, that just doesn't feel possible. Because that would mean Doctor Doom is more powerful than the Infinity Gauntlet. Which, like, hello? Also, another thing about Marvel is I don't even remember where I heard this, to be honest, but I heard, so, hold on. In, Infinity War, I think, Wu? Is that his name? Now head sorceress or whatever. Wu. Anyway, he said that they made it so that the big boom, the big bang, excuse me, don't take that out of context. I'm talking about the incorrect creation theory that there's just an explosion of matter, I think. and everything was created. I think that's the theory. Anyway, so that in Infinity War, Wong, that's his name. Okay, Wong says how at the start of the universe or whatever, with the Great Big Bang, is it 6 Infinity Stones? I think it's 6. 6 Infinity Stones were created, blah blah blah. Now, my question is, I heard that in the, what is it, Mortals, or whatever that show is that Marvel did about that whole topic. It was about the people who, if you've seen the Multiverse of Madness, Doctor Strange, at the end, Doctor Strange goes with that one lady to fix, like, the universe or something. I don't know. Anyway, that show that lady is from, I don't remember hearing about this, is in that show, there's these, like, giant beings who created worlds in the universe. Now, obviously, there's a lot of theories to be like, Wong wasn't wrong, he just didn't know, he didn't fed a lie, blah blah blah. But that feels a bit inconsistent. So which is it for the Marvel Universe? The Marvel Universe, did everything come about because of giant beings, or was it because of the Big Bang Theory? Which, honestly, that theory, the Big Bang Theory, is just so flawed. Like, if you think about it, so, an explosion of matter, right? That's the theory. There was a massive explosion of matter that created everything. Now, I don't know a lot about science and all that stuff. I know a bit, but I don't think there's ever been an explosion that created life. Could be wrong. Willing to be wrong. But, so, that's, in my opinion, with my limited knowledge, the first flaw in this theory. The second flaw that I can see right away is, so it's an explosion of matter. Where did the matter come from? Because if, like, there had to be the explosion, right? How was there the explosion if the explosion is what created everything? Like, that doesn't click. And it's just kind of funny. Which I think is why the Big Bang Theory has gotten less popular, I think. I don't know. I don't keep track of that stuff. What else? What's a fun? That was a kind of fun topic to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about evolution because I just don't know enough about the topic to argue against it, so I'm not gonna do that. Obviously, I think I said it in my channel description, but I'm a Christian, so that's where my belief on the creation is. Now, of course, people who tuned in to watch this probably didn't tune in to just watch rant about theology and whatever. Okay. So, I mean, technically speaking, what else is a stream about? It's not always about people ranting about theology, but whoever's doing the stream is talking slash ranting about something. So, like, it doesn't matter that much, in my opinion, but, oh well. Do I want to use copper? Not really. I feel like copper is pretty useless. Granted, I don't build that much. So, we're probably gonna stop when the pickaxe breaks. Until then, we're gonna keep mining cobblestone. I don't really want to do diorite. I think that's what this white pigeon poop stuff is called. Yeah. Alright, next topic. Let's do Star Wars. What was that? Oh, crap. No. Oh, Ratatouille. Nope, 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 no. Well, that's unfortunate. Just lost both my villagers. Happens, like, this has happened before. I get so busy with something that my villagers end up getting zombified. Frustrating. Very frustrating. I don't have the obsidian to go to the nether to get stuff for weakness potion. And I don't... I don't have golden apples or the gold for golden apples. Wow, they are really loud. Let's turn that down just a bit. Let's go 24. That's better. Yeah, this... I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do. I remember where I got the villagers from. Should've just, Shoulda, coulda, woulda. If wishes were fishes, we don't have a good fry. See, the problem is I can't do it at day. Okay, I've got it. That didn't involve that. Here's why it didn't involve that. Because now I've got to break this like this. This was an oversight, but it's fun. Because if I break this, there's water. I can swim out. Mark. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Holy buckets. What the Ratatouille happened? I need... Oh, what? No, because I need a... Think. Oh my goodness gracious. We are sleeping and my villagers can burn. I have to think about how my villagers are currently dying. Can we save them? And we're not going to be able to save them. I can guarantee you that. And I lost them both. Ow! They were literally in the water. Logic in Minecraft. No sense. Like their feet were legit in the water. I blame the spider. I don't even remember where that village was. I'll have to go back and watch the last stream. Something. Okay, we're almost done smelting stone. Okay, I think we've got enough building blocks. Uh, get more villagers and then this is so dumb. I deleted the picture I took of the coordinates, which is fantastic. Okay, here's the thing. I'm going to pause to use the bathroom. And then we're gonna go look for villagers. So, yeah, that's the thing. Okay, back. Now, we were going to do a variety of things. Seeds. Take a picture of the coordinates and need to get a new axe and pickaxe. So we're gonna grab 6 stone and we're going to 1 and 2. wood. Ever? Nope. Let's channel. I recall correctly, it was this way. Okay, for this, doing 32 chunks, which means lag. A lot of it. Actually, no. No lag. There should be no lag. No lag. No lag. So we've got the coordinates. Beach. Oh, I vaguely know where we are. Vaguely. Keep boating. We're gonna find inlet. I don't know if there are villagers there. Sure, I got the first two. I think it's just on the past that. Take a drink. Okay, actually, there isn't that much lag, thankfully. Very thankful about that. I mean, there was a couple lag spikes there, but all good, all good. I think it's there. I think. Yep. Yep. Okay. Need to get 2 villagers. Set up a temporary breeding spot. And of course it's raining. Of course. Anyway. And you know what? All this crap that I threw the last will grab. No, I'm gonna die if I do that. Perfect. 2. Only get 2 of them. So 1 and 2. Lovely. Gotta get them back to the water. My boat. I'm really glad. Kind of vague idea on where this village was. Is that? Yeah. Because otherwise. Beautiful. Alright. We can change the render distance back down to 4 or 5. So we go to the right and head. I have the picture, but I don't think I'll need it. Past this. Okay, so Star Wars. Kind of not happy that. Hold on. Ooh. That they're making a 10, 11, and 12. They should have just kept it with the first 6. And then since they added it 7, 8, and 9, they should have left it there. But ooh, they're making more. So Don't get a choice in the matter, unfortunately. Kinda lost? Nope, I know where we are. Okay, anyway. Not sure what that's gonna be about. It's probably gonna explore what Starfighter is. Like, the kid that Ryan Gosling's character takes to Ray. I remember that's what it's about. That's what it's about. Hey, we gotta do two things. Alright, anyway. If that's what it's about, then not really looking forward to that. Because I think that's eh. I mean, I get why Ryan Gosling is trying to stop doing such violent films. Because he wants his kids to be able to see what makes. Which, that's a valid reason. Like, no hate on that. That should be. Hold on. Probably gonna cause a lag spike. Yep, it is. It's just barely. There we go. That should. Yep. Yes. So that's why I took so much damage. I have no armor. Makes sense. That's why. Yeah. Okay. We can get rid of the F3. Okay. Wrong button. But whatever. Doing 3 eyeballs. Just to be safe. We'll stick a torch and then the roof. Keep them safe. Alright. We desperately need a trading hall and better spot for villagers. So, that is what we will do. We should have all that. Let's do another that. Because I need technically 3 stone, 1 iron. This makes that easier. Let's make a stone cutter. Okay, now we do not need any of these beds. We need is building blocks. So we shall grab all of them. I think that's it. Nope, there's another one. Okay. That is all my building blocks. I'm thinking right now we don't need these, but I'm thinking this is where it's gonna be. Maybe a lighthouse. Actually, I do need the wood, so get cracking. Let's see. I'm thinking base cobblestone, just because I have the most of that. Probably get rid of that 1 dirt. Yeah. Okay. So I think we leave sand. think about here. Yeah, not doing that. Okay, now I filled this. Well, I mean, technically, I don't have to. We could cheese it. Labs. Eh, got enough. Hold on. Anything. Back to what I was talking about, which was Star Wars, I believe. Uh, so we know why Ryan Gosling is doing Starfighter. We know why. Why it's going to be so soft, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. Um, Even if we don't like why. Yeah. So we know that. We know the rough premise of the movie. But I feel like they could have left it like. I feel like Star Wars it's done very well, but could do more, like stop focusing on moving forward in the timeline, start focusing on backwards, I think. Because, like, there's the Old Republic. If they did a uh, Legends set of sequels, I feel like that would be pretty good. Just like with Mara Jade, who I didn't read all of the books about her, but I did read some of them, and honestly, one of the best characters, in my opinion, in uh, Star Wars. Just really well made character. Hold on. That's very loud. Let's do 25. That's better. Okay. I think we're gonna do half a stack to start. Alright. So, like I said, her character, peak. Just peak. Wouldn't change a thing. Lot of character development, just a really solid character overall. What else? Yeah, wouldn't change a thing. But disappointed that Disney wouldn't put her in a show or in any show. I need wood, so let's go get wood. Honestly, felt like a missed site. It would have been really cool to see her in one of the movies, just to see how who they get to play that character, because there's gonna be a lot of cost the birch forest, or at least a piece of one, and then there's a birch forest. There's a dark oak forest nearby. Alright, back to Star Wars. Sorry, I'd swallow there. I think it would be a really interesting role to see someone play Mara Jade, just because that's such a big character. Not gonna be honest. Not gonna be. Not gonna lie. What I meant to say. We're gonna leave this just floating. So yeah, it would be a really interesting character to see acted. But yeah, I think that'd do better than I think Starfighter will do. That's that's my 2 cents on that. Because like they did a even if they did a standalone movie just about Mara Jade, bro, that would do phenomenal. You know how many Star Wars fans would love that? Even if like they don't fully make her a part of canon. You know, technically that feels very uh, canonized if they make a movie about her, but whatever. If they made a movie about Mara Jade, that would do so well. What's crazy though is that the rise of Skywalker, so the ninth Star Wars, in my opinion, not probably the top 2 worst Star Wars movies. With number 1 probably being the 8th. The 8th Star Wars. I feel like that. What was my point? I had a point. Okay, time to leave. Time to leave. Alright, fun. Let me get out of this mildly tense situation. So, what's crazy is that for how much hate the sequels got, this ninth sequel did really well. Like not abnormally. Why did I do that? Just like you wouldn't have looked at that movie with how much hate it got from some Star Wars fans and be like, that was the highest grossing Star Wars movie. And yet it was. That's the shocking thing. Ooh. Ooh, sorry. Another yawn. Anyway, that's the shocking thing, is that it did that well. Regardless, did I leave a bed by chance? Yes, I did. That's what I think is one of the most shocking things about sequels is just how much money the ninth one made compared to how much the fans didn't like it. Just shocking is all. Bro survived probably what, 27 attack damage, because each attack is 9. Holy cow. Oh, lucky. Huh. Don't do that every day. Alright, got a stack. That's the goal. We're gonna go 1, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Hey, I always start with 4s. Just because that feels safest. Thinking here. 4. That look good. Doesn't look bad. That look good. That needs a pillar. 2, 4. Dirt. Dirt. Okay. So, anyway, back to Star Wars. Like I said, yeah. So it's just that 4. Yeah. It was just shocking to see that it did that well for the hate it received, which I've said probably like 4 times now. Don't really like this back, but we'll let it slide for now. What else? Oh, one of the best characters, in my opinion, in Star Wars canon is sorry, had another yawn. One of the best characters in my opinion, Star Wars canon is Grand Admiral Thrawn. Just because of how they made his character so just well to how he was described in, I believe, Timothy Zahn's novels. Not just the ones about Thrawn. I think those came after Thrawn was a thing. But yeah, he was just such a well character. He was just such a good character. Really thought that they did a pretty good job with him. Felt like though, like I feel like he could have been better in the Ahsoka show. Now, I never saw that show, but I feel like he could have been better. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being like biased or something since I haven't seen the show. But I don't know. I've also never seen Rebels or really any of the animated Star Wars stuff. I want to, for sure. I definitely want to, but also don't think there's that. That's 3. Anyway, so I can't really say that because I don't know, but I could. That would be my opinion. So what's another topic? My favorite non-legends, non-canon character is gotta be nothing. Favorite non-canon character. Just perfect in every way, my opinion. Perfect. Wouldn't change a thing. Else 28 walls. This looks not bad. Yeah, not bad. Kinda like that. Not bad. Hey. Like that look. No. I don't. I don't have. Yeah. Hey, perfect. Yeah, I'm just kind of winging this whole build because I'm not really a builder. I'm more of beat the game, and that's that. So, not a big builder, but this is definitely going to be pushing, which will be interesting just to see how it ends up. That's going to add something like this. Maybe something. Like, it doesn't look bad. And then we do what? Wall here? Maybe? No, definitely not. Can't. I want to use walls. I'm trying to use as many unique building techniques as possible. So let's go with this and add a log to every single pillar. Don't think I need that. I can just, yeah. What's another character? Cause like I know a decent bit about Revan. Not really any other character, if I'm honest. Because, well, in my opinion, he's the GOAT. So, there's the spotlight. Which he hasn't gotten, which is unfair, in my opinion. I think he should get the spotlight. I do believe they canonized his name only. Nothing else, just his name in the ninth Star Wars. How did they do that? They called like a Sith in Sith Trooper Legion. They called them like Darth Revan's something something. It was lame. Okay, it was lame. How do we like that look? Not bad. Not bad. Right? Not bad. I do no. But we can get bricks. What we want to do. Yeah. Okay. Almost done. I think we can move villagers in soon. Probably gonna do 2 layers? Question mark? Something like that. Let's start with bricks. See where this leads us. No wait. Oh, we need windows. No. So we'll make spots for the windows. Yeah. That. And this. That. Window there. Do it. Wow, that is too big. 1, 2, 3. Kind of liking this big window idea. 1, 2, 3, 2 would be there. 1, 2 there. Yeah. I think one of the best building strategies, I could be wrong, is to build it odd numbered. Yeah, that's 5. That is just better, I think. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Trying to figure out. Yeah, okay. Then don't know if I like that. Don't think I do. That's probably how it's gonna have to be. Just yeah. Okay. 1, 2. That's not. No wait. That'll be. Yeah, that works. Yes. Yeah, 2. That's not lined up, but that's fine. I don't really mind that. Okay. Bricks. Trying to think of another topic. There. Windows. Yeah. Okay. We need easy to mine block. So we'll do cobblestone. And then we're going to do one more layer. Just to do that. What's another topic? I got my braces off on Monday. Wearing a kind of uncomfortable. It's not painful or anything. It's just different. I'm not trying to think of another topic. Marvel, we go back to. I don't know. And I'm out of stone brick. Lovely. Okay. That should be good. Alright. Anyway. Gotta build back up. There. That's good. Now I've got to do. Yeah, because we're doing 2 layers. Pretty sure. That's gonna have to be more than just 1. So we're gonna do another layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll probably do 5. Means we're gonna need more wood. 1, 2, 4, 5. Supposed to use the water bucket. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. Walked off the edge. 1, 2, 3, 5. Caught myself. I think impressive. 1, 2, just yeah. Yeah, we're gonna wait for all the sugar cane to be max height, and then we'll move on. So this is the problem. If this is my trading hall, it looks nice. Not gonna hold on. Thought do the SB method. You go 2 blocks down. 1, 2, 3. It'd be 3 blocks. Replace the job block. This and have most of it. Or you do this. Go like that. And just have it like this, so you'd have another one there. Go like this. Go. No, that's too low. Yes, job block, villager. Job block, villager. Yep. Hey. So that's what we'll do. With that, we need the dirt. Yeah, whatever. So that's a bigger tree. So we'll mine up here. This is exactly what I needed. Wasn't as big as I thought it would be. Up. We'll cover 2. I think because we only have 2 villagers, but we have a lot of bread. Like a lot. So what time is it? Okay, I'll be done very soon. So since I think we'll be done, finish this pillar and a couple other small stuff, maybe? Something like that. Because I want to put the villager there and there, job block. So we should grab those. I want to turn. I'm thinking one of these. Do we want? Yeah, we do want composter, whatever. Just for golden carrots. And but we don't need that yet. So just stick that there. And that there. gotta finish that one right there. Add a bit more detail. Decided to use shelves and get glass, which I honestly could get now. Yeah, why not? Find sand until the shovel breaks. Okay, we'll do window panes because that cleaner look. Then okay, we're gonna finish this spot. Alright, so we should have like almost back 45, 48, somewhere in there. 52. Okay, that was close. I was definitely close. Turn into bricks. Got that and that. What else? I'm gonna put glass pane, so that'll be fine. We're also going to stick shelves or stairs. Do I like stairs? What type of stair? I like cobblestone. I will probably do brick. I think. Not brick, stone brick. There we go. Six, I believe. So we go like this. There, nope, wrong spot. There we go. Nice. Gotta build up. We're gonna stairs. Stairs. There we go. Are you telling me I went? No, didn't think so. Didn't think so. That looks a bit better. We're waiting for a tree to finish that, and then we can end the stream. Doggone trees. Saplings. There. Better. Have a composter, so we can use this to possibly grow. Nope. Okay. Worth shot seeds. Definitely not seed. Seeds. Come on. Come on. Okay. Oh. I not observant there. Okay. Perfect. We're gonna end it very soon. Gotta build up. One more. Yeah. Okay. This. No. Okay. That way. start the next stream. You know what? I might do tomorrow or next week, Thursday, Friday, somewhere around there, around the same time, maybe. Sometime next Thursday or Friday, or maybe tomorrow. But yeah. Hold on. This stupid tree is in the way. This old hoe. Alright, there we go. There we go. That's what I've done so far. So, yeah. I think that fun. Yeah. It stopped loading. Ay. Alright, so we can go like this. Window to desktop. And there we go.